Meeting is the meeting is coming to order at 5:03 p.m. on June 23rd, and in attendance is Elaine Paleo, Barbara Bigelow, Christine Marglin. Oops, I just saw somebody flash. There's Nico Jacobs, Ann Brigham, and Sam Spisiak, aka Town of Shutesbury, and I have the same name. So how cool is that? Hi, Nico, welcome.
Hi there.
Hey, you just answered our question because I had not put the Zoom link in the last email I sent out, but as I recall, Jess had said check the calendar for the Zoom link. But here
Yes.
you are, so
Yes, I meandered my way through the website. Yes.
yay, that's fantastic. So, Nico, because I know that you are going to need to leave early, I'm going to switch a couple of the items around so that we'll be talking about membership first or second, because I know that a couple other people will still be coming. Um, but we'll make sure that we get that and figure out what we need to do about getting you signed up and voted in and all of that other good stuff. Okay, approve the minutes. I almost was going to forget that because Christine, I think I need you to like give me the evil eye at the beginning of the, it's just like, look at them, you got to get the minutes approved. Is there does anyone move to a motion to approve the minutes? Any discussion? No, second to the motion, and all those in favor? All right, so they are approved. Thank you. So I'm going to start with just a quick review of the current programming because I wasn't there for it. How did the bird watching go? Wasn't the bird watching on May 30th?
Yeah.
Great.
I talked to Cliff
Mm-hmm.
and I emailed Diane and they said it was great. It did end up being a really rainy morning. But they still got to see a bunch of birds and I think that
Good.
9 people came.
Oh, that's a good number. Hi,
Yeah.
Annie.
Everyone who signed up still came, even though the weather was dismal. So
Good.
I think
Good.
that's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Those birds don't know the difference. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
sunny, rainy, whatever. I'm glad that went well. This is our second or third year asking him to do this, and it seems to be very popular. So I'm hopefully that's something we can continue doing. The other thing that had happened since our last meeting was the monthly hike at Freeman Road. Did anybody here able to go on that walk? No, okay. I will just assume that it was a smashing success because they always are. Um, and then soccer's done for the season. Is that
Yep. We were the
okay?
last one and it was great.
Okay. And so Nico, you may or may not know, but the actually it was Sam, I won't even say the committee. Sam really started up youth soccer here in Shutesbury. And the kids get together. It's on Saturday mornings. I don't remember the time.
Sunday.
Uh,
Sunday.
what?
Sunday mornings.
Sunday mornings, right, sorry, Sunday mornings. And it's been absolutely great because it gives kids an opportunity to play up here and learn about soccer without having to go all the way down into Amherst. And I heard, am I remembering correctly, that there were actually some Amherst or other parents who were asking if their kids could come.
We have a pretty strong Amherst contingent that
I
come.
think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll show everybody how to do things here. Okay. Let's see. I'm keeping an eye on the time. I'm just going to I think we can go through this pretty quickly, and if not, then we'll come back to it. In terms of the future programming, we talked about all of this next time, but because we will not be having a meeting in August, I'm going to suggest that some of the subcommittees that are formed to get these things going might consider meeting during that time. The one is the bird houses, and right now, in memory of Christine, and the current subcommittee is me, Christine, and Jess. And we just need to talk with, I'm forgetting his name now, Susie Moser's son.
Dave,
Yeah,
Dave
because,
Mosher.
right, to talk with him about building them because apparently they had come up, he and his dad had come up with basically a template to make all different kinds of birdhouses. And in terms of timing, I think it probably makes sense to have the timing on that to be done in the very early spring, late winter, so that
Mhm.
it's going up when birds are coming as opposed to right now. So that gives us plenty of time to get this all sorted in terms of, how much it'll cost, how many we're doing, what size holes to make, all of that sort of thing. The mushroom walk, right now, we're going to be coordinating with the library because at the library, they're going to have a mushroom talk on October 1st, and we have a mushroom walk planned for October 3rd. So those two will be a program together. Question, do we want another night sky event? Should I contact Tom Sheeting?
Wait. You said who is organizing, coordinating with the library? Do we have
Oh,
somebody?
I said actually, that's a question I have. Who is organizing? I'm not sure who exactly was doing it. Was it, I think, Anne, you were one of the people who recommended the person.
Yeah, I think, and I don't want to volunteer her because she's not here, but I think Diane said that she,
That's,
okay.
yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, Diane, and I'll get a hold of her, and if anyone else is interested in that, just get a hold of her. Otherwise, I will um help to organize that one because it's just mainly a matter of gathering the names, and I can do that. So, any feelings one way or another about Tom doing another night sky?
How
I'm
did the
gonna,
last one go?
what?
How did the last one go?
There was
Uh,
one. There was
Go
one
ahead.
this weekend, but I think that they have like a
That's
plan
different. Yeah.
that they're doing for. But like I think that they're doing four. Like the library and Tom are already coordinated to do four throughout the year to look at the movement of the night sky.
Right.
So I
And
don't.
my understanding is they're doing kind of bare eye looking at it.
Yep.
And what Tom has done is had people come to his home and then has the telescopes there for people to use.
Okay.
Last year, it was a real pain in the butt. And the reason is the darn skies. So that yeah, it was recorded, but not really. Um, those darn skies, they got clouded over. And so what I was thinking of doing, and it just became really difficult because then was trying to find new times and getting a hold of the people who'd signed up. And so this year, what I would like to do, assuming Tom agrees to this, is gather all the names and give them all to him. So we'll have the initial date. And then if it turns out that it's cloudy or we can't do it on that date, then Tom takes over and he finds a date and then he can be communicating directly with the people. Otherwise, I'm in the middle and it was a real headache. So if that sounds okay, that's what I will plan to do if we're going to have another
Could you
night
do
sky
it
event.
without registration and then just send out a town announce if it's
I
canceled?
think we could at this point because we had a cap of 20 people. And the first year we had over 20, but we've had just about 20 every year since. So, okay.
That might make it easier. That's all.
Okay, yeah. Whatever makes it easier is fine with me. All right, so I'm gonna stop right now with that because Nico, I don't want you to go away. Uh, first, thank you
We
so
don't want you
much.
to be driving while you're
Th-
talking.
That's right. You got all these parental figures here. You poor thing. Anyway,
Trust me,
I want to, what?
my mom has been giving me the Zoom call, like, yeah, just like make sure you're about to be on your way off the Zoom call before you're on your way to the next place. So yes, don't worry. I've had the
You're-
Okay.
That's covered. Okay, we can't help ourselves. It's nothing personal. We just can't help ourselves. Um, I just want to say how really pleased I am that you're interested in being a member of the committee because we're not all gray-haired anymore. For a while, we were all gray-haired, and then we kind of broke the gray hair barrier with people with younger children, I guess, who may have gray hair. So it's not just that, but it's really been evolving to represent more people in town. And as we get more people from who are different demographics, we're getting much more interesting programming. I mean, it's just pretty amazing what we do now. So the idea of having you and the others participating is pretty exciting. So the way our process goes for bringing new members on is to invite them to a meeting, and here you are. You are certainly, at some point, if you just think, I don't want to do this, that's, you're certainly not beholden to. This is for you to decide if it feels like something you'd want to do. But we like to find out a little bit about you, and then we can each say a little bit about ourselves, and then answer any questions that you have, and then we would do a vote about whether or not to have you become a member. We have one vacancy for a regular member. I think Jess probably explained this to you. And that's the one that you would be holding. And then at this point, we have to set up 2 associate memberships for Josie and is Miranda. So we would have to set up, we have to go through we think we have to go through the select board. That is, we can't just say, oh, let's have 2 associate members. I think we have to get official approval, but I don't think that's an issue. So can you, we'd all love to hear a little bit about yourself and your interest in being on the committee.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Nico. I'm a rising senior at Amherst Regional High School. I just reached out to me and I was super excited for the opportunity because obviously I've lived in Shutesbury my whole life. I went to SES. Moose is strong. And yeah, I love what you guys have had going on. I know that if I was a kid or even just another member in the community, I would have been so excited, especially because I just love the outdoors. So like the hiking and the bird watching has just been like seeing those things on the agenda. I'm like, wow, that sounds so sick. And
Especially when you eat bad mushrooms.
yes, that honestly, I'm
Sorry.
so down. Every mushroom's, edible at least once. So, why not try it out? So yeah, I just I really want to be able to bring sort of a youthful I guess. I really want an opportunity to be able to be a more like be more involved in the Shutesbury community. And I guess I was just so psyched that Jess thought of me for this position. So yeah, that's a little about me.
Yeah. Do others want to just say a little bit about themselves and or your experience on the committee?
Christine, you go first. You've been on the committee longest, probably.
Yeah, I am now the longest serving. No, this committee is just really fun, Nico. The truth is, even when we are elderly people, we manage to have fun. And unlike other things I've heard about but never experienced myself, we never have fights about things. We laugh, we joke, we say things we shouldn't be recorded saying often. And yeah, we just really have a good time, and we're trying to make good times for the town. So there's just no way to go wrong. And you would be such an asset because, as you know, you'd bring in a whole different interest level, a whole different element, and you're obviously super articulate, and it would just be lovely to have you.
I agree. Christine and I were on the committee at a time when there was a lot of us old women on the committee that really were trying to keep things going, but didn't have a whole lot of interaction with people with children or, different areas of the community. And now that we have this group that's here and the few that didn't make it today, Diane and Jess, I mean, it's just been really great. It's a committee. I've been on a lot of committees from select board all down, and this is the only one that I can say we really have fun almost every time. We laugh quite a bit, and there's a lot of great stuff going on, and it's an easy committee to be on. So that's one of the nicest things about it is the work is fun, and you get to do things like go on geology tours and see birds and go on hikes and just do a lot of cool things. So it's really nice.
Hi, Nico. I'm Anne. I've been on the committee probably longer than I remember because I'll just say like what everyone says is true. It's a lot of fun. And I think I mean, it's great to hear that you're interested in stuff we're already doing, but I think one of the reasons we're all excited about having you come and every new member come is this committee is just so open to new ideas about what does recreation mean, we love to do art stuff. We started a trivia night this past year, so we'd love to hear. And Barbara and Christine can talk about this. They co-did an improv group, and we were saying it would be really fun to do one of those, maybe just with teens. So another thing for you to think about and why it's so exciting is maybe there's things that are very teen focused that you would like to do. So we do also have a budget, which is really nice. No one has mentioned that, but it comes in really handy. Uh, so anyway, I hope you're interested.
And there's never any pressure on anyone to do anything. I forget how many years ago it was that we decided that if somebody comes up with an idea, as long as there's at least one person who's willing to shepherd that idea, we can do it. Unless, there's an expense or some kind of barrier to being able to do it.
Unless it's
But
illegal.
Or what? Oh, darn, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Well, or if it's illegal, you can't do that. It means that if there's something that's there and that's of interest to you, or if there's something there, like when Christine and I did the improv, we both had an interest in doing that. And it was fun for us. It was fun for the participants. But there's never any pressure. So it's not like, okay, you have to work on X number of projects over the course of the year. If there isn't for some reason, there isn't a project that's of interest to anybody, then they just don't do it that year. Or or something is coming up in someone's life and they can't, whatever. There's no real rules around that. So, if there's something you really want to do, you bring it here. There's usually a vote on it. The vote almost always goes yes. And then, you and whoever else is interested puts the thing together. So, Sam or Annie, do
Yeah,
either of you
I'll
want to?
go. We've met. Hi, Nico.
Oh, okay.
He's babysat Annie and I's kids before when we went to trivia night, actually. So, yeah, it's just basically the same as everything everyone else was saying was like, if you have an idea, it's a great platform to do it. Like I wanted soccer for my kids. It's just like a place to make things happen if you want to do it. So that's what I love about it.
Great. Yes. Hello. She's too young.
So, hi, Nico. I'm also very new to this committee, and I just think that everything Barbara said is true, that it's kind of very laid back, and you can, as far as I can tell, as much as you want to do, you can do. And I really haven't done very much, but like you, I thought that the committee was doing a lot of fun stuff, and I liked going to it, and especially stuff with my kids, and so I wanted to help just make more of it.
Yeah, and you opened up the door to Elizabeth and to the seed things, or to the gardening. She's a woman, I can't remember her last name, and the woman who did the workshop on gardening. Anyway, that was something that Annie knew Elizabeth, asked her if she'd be interested, and she was. And in fact, that was one of the things I had on my list of something to consider, is whether or not I would love to have a seed saving workshop in the fall, because I have no idea how to do that, and it seems like it's a good thing to do. So, just one idea then opens it up to, I think you got to take the volume thing off
She's
so we
great.
can see it on the
Yeah.
laughing
What
too.
a cutie.
So, do you have any questions of us, Nico?
I don't think so. I think it sounds super.
Okay, well then I think we can move to what is the motion to good. So that I'm going to take that you'd like to be on the committee. Yay. All right,
Yes.
so now we just need to vote, and I think we can safely vote with you here. We don't have to ask you to leave the room or the car, as the case may be. So all those in favor of adding Nico Jacobs as a member, and let it show that it is unanimous. Yay. So the next step is I will submit your name to the select board, and then someone will be getting in touch with you, and you will have to go and get sworn in.
Right?
And someone from the town will get a hold of you about that. And I think we all have to do the conflict of interest training, so they'll get a hold of you about that.
Amazing.
I don't know
We
about anybody
also
else.
all
I
have
could, it's
to
every other
go.
year. What?
No, well, every other year we have to do the conflict of interest, but we all have to go up and get our sworn in
Right,
by the, what is it?
somebody.
Yeah,
Assistant town
assistant
administrator.
town clerk.
Okay,
And that's very restricted time, so.
but they'll get a hold of you about that and,
Right?
Mhm.
great. And then I will get a hold of Josie and Miranda, and I've already sent a request to Brendan about getting information about associate members, because when I was looking at the pages of other committees, the ones that have the associate members, they're listed as associate members, and it doesn't strike me that that's something that a committee just arbitrarily decides to do. So we will do that. Welcome. I'm really
Great.
glad
Well,
you're going to be
thank you so much.
You are
Yeah.
so welcome, and thank you.
Yeah. I'm super, super excited.
Good.
So,
And it's there are things, anything that's currently going on that you want to participate in, either just to take part in it or to help organize it. That would be wonderful. And if there's something that you've been thinking, boy, wouldn't it be fun if they offered this? Bring it to the next meeting and we'll
right?
get it figured out.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And nice to meet all of you who I haven't already met / babysat for their kids.
Right. Oh, and just usually we meet once a month on the last Tuesday of the month, and from 5 to 6. We do not meet in August.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Super.
all right. Okay,
Amazing.
thanks.
Well, I'll see you in September then,
Indeed,
hopefully.
you will. There's a song about that even. So,
All right. Well, thank you so much.
okay, thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So I'm very excited about this. And we have actually Mateo to thank for this, because that was one of the questions at trivia night, was what's the youngest age somebody can be on a committee and vote? And it was 13. And so it was like, we can do that. So this is fantastic. All right, so going back to looking at the things that need doing, I think we're all set with the mushroom walk, and we'd already talked about getting the marketing going for that in September at our last one. I'll approach Tom about the night sky, and it is different than what he's doing with the library, because this will be it's getting the telescope view of stars as opposed to the broader picture of what are the night skies doing. Trivia nights, November and February. We'll need a committee to start up in September, I would think. The sooner the better with that. But we've pretty much, there's really nothing we need to do at this point with that. We can do it in September. Does anybody know, will any teen members be able to help with the trivia night at the SAC or at or is
Why
that
not?
because of their age? What?
Oh, why not?
Oh,
Well,
I didn't
uh,
know. Just
they
Kids
just
can
can't
come
carry.
there.
oh, okay. That's what I figured. I just didn't
Oh,
know if
yeah.
there were any kind of legal anythings around organizing events or anything.
Nope.
Okay, that's
Nope.
fantastic.
I'm happy
Because
to
it would
help
be
with
fun to
that.
have some different questions that somebody who's a fraction of my age might come up with that I might not come
And
up
we'd
with. So
never
that's
answer
kind of
those.
cool.
And if
Barbara,
you
you gotta let that ageism go. You're very young at heart, so.
Well, I am. Oh, I know. I know. It's always kind of a surprise to me, and I hope you all have the same feeling. I'm guessing that some of the others here do that it's like 75. I can't be 75, but but it's yeah, so it's not a negative thing. It probably comes across as more negative than I mean it.
So should we just confirm, because I think Christine wants to do this too, like people that
Yeah.
we know that want to be on the trivia
Yeah,
subcommittee?
I'd like to help again, Anne, if
Yes.
you're shepherding this again.
Yes, I would like to volunteer you.
Yeah, and I would as well.
And I'm sure Jess wants to, since
Hmm.
she wanted to do one in July.
Yeah. And I'm going to guess that Diane will, wait, no, Diane didn't last time because
That's
she
the
was,
four of us.
because so she
No,
could be on,
it was the four of us, and then Annie, Elaine, and Sam all supported by coming.
right.
So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
a really
perfect.
nice balance.
Yeah.
I'd be happy
Okay.
to come again, but also I know that at some point somebody mentioned wanting to play, and so if I could help if there's one of the times someone wanted to play instead of organize. So
Great. Is there anything else? Are we all set with the trivia things then? Okay. We have two more walks scheduled, June 28th at Pine Brook. Diane and I will be the representatives for the Recreation Committee at that one because Jess is off on vacation, I think on the Cape or somewhere very beautiful. She sent a photo. And then on July 26th at Poverty Mountain, and then we'll have another one going. The only thing I just to have this on the record is that we do not, people cannot bring their dogs with them. And then I realized it doesn't say that anywhere. So I just want to make certain that when we do the next flyer for it, that it says on it that dogs are not permitted to join the hikes. Because some
On
people
any of them?
on any of them, because there may be people who are
Yep.
afraid of dogs or um, nervous around them, and so we want to make sure that it stays a comfortable space for the walkers. The and the we'll wait for Jess to get back, and Jess and Beth will continue, I assume, coming up with places going into August. And the seed saving,
You have
it's just
stitching
something I
too.
would love to have us do. And I would be happy to contact her or I don't know, Annie, whether you would be willing to contact Elizabeth
I
again.
can contact her and see if she'd be up for it.
Yeah,
What kind of thing did you have in mind, or like actual like more of a talk or more of an actual like go out and gather things? I don't.
probably not go out and gather, but ask people to bring seeds
Oh, okay.
from their plants, but I have no idea how to, and it's probably different for different plants. So
Yeah.
it could be based on, people could be asked to bring in one or two seeds that they're particularly, or plants that they're particularly interested in saving the seeds.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe I'll talk to her about it and see if she has any, because I feel like since she does it, she probably would have a good sense of what
Yeah,
might work.
yeah.
Because I imagine also different times a year everything's not going to be gatherable on a certain
Mhm.
date, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Annie also, oh, sorry. I was going to say
Mhm.
last time it was so great, and she even said like, "Oh, this is a little late," but just the information where she talked about like you should have a growing light, and it's actually not that expensive, and it doesn't take up that much room, and it's great to think big, but remember, you're going to have all these plans. So I think it would be totally fine if she repeated some of what she
Mhm.
did
Mhm.
Oh,
in the
okay.
spring. Because remember how she said, like, this is a little after the fact now, but
Yeah.
I wish I had paid better attention. Like, yeah, I want to save seeds.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could tell her that, it doesn't have to be brand new, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
what you think, but um,
And it could be just more of a lecture and her showing us or talking about what seeds she'd want saved. And so that, we could ask questions so we're not, hauling plants and seeds in when you wouldn't pull them out of the ground just so that you could get their seeds. So, maybe we could just talk about
Yeah.
what seeds and, how you would save certain seeds. Like, the difference between saving, flowers, the bulbs versus,
Hmm.
seeds versus, whole plants.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see what she's up for.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it would
sometime
be-
in the fall, we're thinking. So.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. And she can, whatever time, if she gives us a window, then I'll talk with Mary Ann about reserving the room so that we can do it at the library.
Okay.
Good.
That's good.
Oh, there's
yeah, sorry, one more thing about that. Annie,
Mhm.
I think you should just ask her if there's a time that it makes
Mhm.
sense to
Yeah.
do, because it doesn't sounds like many of us are interested in taking the workshop
Yeah.
because we don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
if she
Yeah, she's
says
gonna need,
October is too late, then she
yeah.
knows.
Yeah, she's the one, excuse me, she'll have to determine the date, but then we also need to make sure that whatever that date is, we're going to be able to do it at the library, because that is
Yeah.
not
I was just
conflicting
gonna
with their
say that
programming.
that there is like a formal process online now for reserving the meeting room. Like there's a Google
Oh,
form.
good.
There should be a tab on the website that says meeting
Okay.
room, and then you just have to check the calendar.
Oh,
See if it's
fantastic.
available, and then fill out that form, and then that goes to
Okay.
Mary Ann, and she approves it. So that is like that's in motion now.
That's fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that. The stitch-ins starting this Friday will be every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. I think I talked about this last time, but I'd sent out a questionnaire to the people who came regularly. I didn't send it out town-wide because I didn't want it to get weighted towards people who never show up. And so we're starting with a time that worked, I think, for everybody except one person. And the reason that we're doing the 3 hours rather than 2 hours is that there were people who could come for the first 2 hours, and there were people who could come for the second 2 hours, and then there were people who could come for the whole time. But this way, the net caught everybody except for one person. And I'm going to talk to that one person and see, whether there's any flexibility for her, because it's Christy Payne and she had come to a lot of them. So it would be nice to figure a way to make sure she can come.
She just emailed 1 minute ago that she'd be there.
Oh,
So it's
oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Then it's a moot point. Okay.
So are you
Um,
going to just do it on Fridays in the summer or?
We'll probably keep going. I wanted to kind of get it going. Once people are there, we can talk. And if people are saying, oh, these times are great, but if fall schedules mean that it's different for people, then I would be inclined to do another form, just asking people when it's convenient for them. I mean, it would be nice to just stay with the Fridays, but if it turns out there's a whole lot of people who usually come who can't come because of commitments they have in the fall, then I'd like to be able to accommodate those if we can. The
Me too.
bottom line is it has to be during hours that the library is open, because then it's not dependent on any one person to open it up.
Yep.
So we did the future program, the new members. The Lake Wyola committee. So Brennan reached out. I'm reaching out to your committee as the newly structured Lake Wyola Advisory Committee is looking for an individual to be nominated as a voting representative on the committee for the upcoming fiscal year. Could you please poll your members to see if anyone is willing to be nominated as a representative? And if so, if they could just fill out the committee and board application and submit it to me, Brennan, as soon as possible, that would be greatly appreciated. So if anyone, I think everybody got his email. I think he sent it out to everybody individually. There was not a big outpouring of interest in being on that committee. They meet on Saturday mornings once a month, I think, something like that. But anyway, I mention it. I don't really have any more information than what I just read. When I was handing out garbage bags a week or so ago, Kat Hilton stopped by, and she lives there, so she's on the committee, and was, just kind of again asked if there was anybody who would be interested and willing, and I really don't know, and I know I'm not. So anybody dying to be interested in hearing more about it, if you're interested in learning more about it, get a hold of Brennan or Kat Hilton is probably the best thing to do. And then if somebody decides to do it, just let Sam and me know so that we know that we have a representative on the committee. I don't know if anyone here knows any more about it than I do. I do not know why they decided to expand that committee and have outside representation on it. But
I think it's I've heard through grapevine that some of it can be very difficult and contentious between members, but I don't know. We should probably get more information. I know that April was on it for a while, and if Kat's on it now, she could maybe you could ask her to send us a little blurb as to,
that's a good idea.
What's involved.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure in one of the communications from Brennan, there was a bit more information about the types of issues that they were dealing with, that they wanted some input on. And I know that it's on a Saturday morning, but I don't know anything beyond that. Okay, and I'll just get that out to people, and you can decide whether you want to follow up with it or not. Okay. And stop. Sorry, I have these cats who are intent on destroying my home at the moment because I'm not feeding them. And so I'm trying to ignore them, and they just made it very difficult. So at any rate, they're currently just sitting there looking put upon. That's all that was on the agenda. Was there anything else that anybody wanted to raise? Oh, hi, Etta. Okay, so I guess now, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
And is there a second? And all those in favor? Let the minutes show that we adjourned at 5:41 p.m. and our next meeting will be in 2 months. Okay.
Sorry, Barbara, I just have a question about that.
Sure.
I thought you had said earlier that we weren't meeting in August,
Right.
Right.
but
we're
August
meeting-
is 2 months, or is
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. That's right. We
Is
do
it-
our meeting in July. Yeah, I'm a confused
Okay.
puppy. Okay, thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. For some reason, I have been unsure whether it's June or July.
No, that's fine.
Apparently I settled on July.
I won't be, when you said that, I thought, oh, good, I'll be here in August, but I won't be here in July.
Okay, yeah, it is. I'll send out a clarifying
Okay.
email about that.
Thanks.
Okay, and then we can also, at that point in July, hopefully we'll know more about the associate members, and we can have them come and we can vote them on as associate members if they're interested in doing it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all, as usual. And see you all in July and practically July. So see you all in July. Bye.
Hi,
Bye.
Ada.
Oh, we'll see y'all in August.
No, July.
Wait a minute,
Because we
now
don't
you
have,
have me confused. You said we were not having our July meeting.
oh God, I'm gonna have to go back and look and see when we usually have our meeting, whether it's in July or August. I'm a little spacey at the moment.
Okay,
So I really,
I'm not going to put that in the minutes then. I'm
that's
just
probably a wise thing to do. And then I
Okay.
will go back and look at last year. So whatever month we didn't have a meeting last year, we won't have a meeting this year. And actually, it makes more sense for us not to do July and to have August,
what I thought
because
it was.
August is then bumping up against the fall. So,
That's what I
Okay.
thought it was.
all righty. Thank you.